This is the Lenovo Chromebook Duet, a device we last saw 3 months ago. How has the tablet, the operating system, and everything else about the tablet hold up? Is it a better tablet or a 2-in-1, especially considering the form factor? Of course, I gave the Lenovo Chromebook Duet a very good review last time we saw it in the studio. I saw great potential in the idea of a Chrome OS tablet 2-in-1. And so that was then, and this is now. So I'm gonna try and see how this tablet has matured in my eyes, in my use, and how I think it's still a good value, but you have to be the right kind of person. So again, let's get into it. So I do want to start with the keyboard, because I didn't actually talk about that much last time when I was reviewing it, because of course I was viewing it as a tablet. I said that in the review, it was a tablet review. This is more of a whole form factor review. So when I look at this keyboard, I've typed on it a lot over the past few months, especially for taking notes for some events. And the keyboard has been really good in terms of the key tactile. The key feel is just very tactile, very, very good, but the problem again remains. It's kind of small, and I can't ask for much on a 10-inch tablet. I mean, they did the best you can with a 10-inch form factor. I mean, they're all the way up to the edges, but the keys are just a little bit too small for prolonged use. Yeah, sure, maybe a short article, short notes, anything else other than that, for example, an essay or a book or something like that, something longer for prolonged use and sessions, I just can't do it. So I think the keyboard has served me well, but the trackpad though, the trackpad has given me a lot of trouble. So the trackpad, it works just fine, but for some reason Chrome OS decides to scroll, or maybe Windows is scrolling the reverse way. I'm not sure if I've just been using the trackpad wrong my entire life, but the way the trackpad scrolls, it's kind of odd, kind of awkward almost. And by the way, the trackpad is not made out of glass, it's made out of plastic, which coming from a Surface Pro 4 is kind of a rude awakening. And it's so small I had to adjust the acceleration, which just makes everything feel a little bit more jankier than it should be. But considering the price and considering that the keyboard has a trackpad, unlike the base iPad keyboard. Unlike the base iPad keyboard, it has a trackpad. It has those tactile keys. So you know what? I'm willing to put up with that. Now, of course, we're going to come back to it as a form factor as a whole. So, as we know, the Surface Pro 4 form factor is a 2-in-1, which means it's a tablet when you need it to be, and a desktop when you don't need it to be. Well, not desktop, laptop. So, really, what I'm looking at here is that this form factor of a tablet that also turns into like a mini laptop, similar to a Surface Go, except the Chromebook Duet, it's a lot cheaper of an idea, if you ask me. So, I also want to look at the speakers now.
This is Admiral Redis from the Rebel Alliance. All squadron leaders reporting. Admiral, this is Blue Leader standing by. This is Gold Leader standing by. This is Red Leader standing by. Sir, those are Rebel ships. Get Admiral Gordon immediately. Director, Rebel fleet. It's messing outside the shields. Oh, they close that gate. Copy you, Admiral. Blue Squadron on me. Copy, Blue Leader. Copy, Blue Leader. We won't have long. Time to feel that better now. Cruise it.
So, as we saw in that speaker test, the speakers are very loud and very crisp. But it's not flagship quality speakers, but that's okay, especially considering the price of this product at around $300. I mean, let's just take what we can get. And as long as it's not absolute garbage, like its sibling, the Lenovo 10E. The Lenovo 10E definitely had some speaker issues, and Robbie from Chrome Unbox definitely trashed it on that. But the Duet definitely has a lot better speakers. So thank you, Lenovo. By the way, the screen has definitely held up better than the screen on my old Android tablet, especially considering that only now third-party screen protectors from I'm not sure what the company is called. I just found it on Amazon, as you can see. But third-party screen protectors only now began shipping, and only now I got it, and I still haven't had a single scratch, even though I've actually dropped the device quite a few times. So the screen has definitely held up. Software, however, it's a lot different story. So Minecraft, one of my favorite games, Microsoft for some reason just decided to take it off the Google Play Store, and I have no idea why. Like, seriously, I don't know why. I still have my copy, but it's stuck on 14.4, so I can't exactly play all the servers I want to play. Yeah, and so Minecraft was taken off the Google Play Store, as I mentioned, and Microsoft has not put it back on, so I've only been able to keep my copy of Minecraft, and I haven't been able to reach most servers. Some servers will work, such as CubeCraft, but the Hive and more modern servers simply won't. Thankfully, Roblox has held up quite well on the Lenovo Chromebook Duet. As you saw earlier, it loads, it does just fine, but I'm really sad to see Minecraft leaving. Which, this is a tablet, guys. I mean, a tablet needs games. And for the price, parents are probably going to be buying it for kids. And kids need games. And if games such as Minecraft just aren't on there, I don't know. Photo editing, by the way, I didn't show this on the review, but I did do some photo editing in Snapseed mobile editor, and it's okay. But for some reason, when I first tried it, it just didn't work. Like, flat out didn't work. But for some reason, I think they pushed an update, and now it's working just fine. So a lot of the Android software that I've been using on the Lenovo Chromebook Duet has held up quite well, but some just haven't. And it's a real inconsistency that Google needs to solve. Also an inconsistency, headphone jack. No headphone jack. Headphone jack on Lenovo 10E, no headphone jack on Lenovo Chromebook Duet, which is supposed to be the more premium of the two. Again, as I mentioned, Lenovo in the original review, Lenovo did include a headphone dongle. Hooray! Not hooray, it's a dongle. Not adapter. Don't fight me, please. It's a dongle. So, the dongle does work with other phones and devices. At least it worked on my Pixel 2 when I plugged in my earpods that someone just gave me. So, the dongle does work with other devices, which I'm really happy for. If a dongle doesn't work with other devices, it's not a dongle. So I'm glad to see Lenovo actually made something with this dongle. You know, it's not just locked to Lenovo Chromebook Duet, because at first I thought it was, and then it wasn't. So thank you. And it's actually not as bad as I first thought it was. I was actually able to really get used to it and in some ways appreciate it. So thank you, Lenovo. You didn't have to do that, but you did. So headphone jack situation marginally solved, but I still just would have preferred a headphone jack, especially since so many people still use wired headphones. And not everyone has Bluetooth headphones that they can use reliably. So I just wish a headphone jack, proper headphone jack, would have been included. But you know what? It's 2020. I'm just glad I got what I got. So on the final tally, I think the Lenovo Chromebook Duet has its rough edges, especially with Android apps. Even though it's an ARM processor and it runs better than normal, it still has its rough edges, but I think the Lenovo Chromebook Duet can be the one tablet for a lot of people. So, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and see you later. Goodbye.